Hey, Christy Mattoon here from Mind Rewire. This is crazy, but I just got this really cool email, and so I had to just get on and do this real quick. I'm actually sitting outside on my front porch doing my work and my emails and stuff, and then this gal sent me an email, and she's somebody who's already purchased my new course on Beyond Heart Coherence and the 7 laws of the universe. And she had a few questions, and I'm actually going to post her email in another email I'll be sending you in a few days. But one of the things that she was talking about was a course she's taking right now because of entering my course. So when you enter the new course, Beyond Heart Coherence and the 7 laws of the universe, you will also get all of my old courses. So once you purchased it, you're going to get a link or a place to make a password to get into all these other things. And what she's working on right now is the Beyond Heart Coherence live training that I did just a number of months ago. It's been a little while ago, I guess. But it was a seminar, and she's going through that right now, piece by piece. And she had some questions because of the effect that that's already had on her. Okay, so you have to understand you're not just getting this new information about the 7 laws of the universe and how to activate it through heart coherence. You're getting all this older material that I've done, and the energy still comes through it. The clearings that we did in those programs still work. It's so interesting how all of this is so interconnected that it doesn't stop just because the recording stopped, right? And I think a lot of you know that. If you've done these kind of programs before in any I don't even know, any other place, right? Not just Mind Rewire, but anywhere, you know that you can still feel energy. If it's truly there, you can still feel the energy coming through these things. So know that that's already happening for people who have jumped on this course. What they're getting, what you would be getting with the course, with the 7 laws course, is my training for Beyond Heart Coherence, the original one. You will get my pineal gland course, which I always just thought that was fascinating and interesting material. And you'll also get my course on the deep state and deep subconscious change. So it's helping you understand things about the deep state. And this was, at the time, it was kind of high level, but now it's low level because of all the information that's come out. I actually probably ought to redo that in the near future. But neutralizing and getting rid of that stuff out of your system. How do you get rid of the information that wasn't from your parents? Because most people think subconscious issue, and they think, something they were taught or something that happened to them in their childhood. That is probably more times untrue than you would believe. Most of the time, it's junk that you learned or stuff that's come through time, from the deep state, from the government, from pharmaceutical companies, through the TV set, through the movies that we watch, right? We know at this point that a lot of this stuff is based in truth, and it was informational. It wasn't just entertainment. It was literally informational. They were giving us tidbits of information, and if you had half a clue, you would have been standing back going, what? But none of us, most of us didn't. I certainly didn't. And now that I do, I just look at it and I stand back and say, okay, I get it. I heard you loud and clear. My husband was watching a movie the other day that was on Netflix, of all things, and it was new. It was a new movie. And some of the stuff that they were saying and doing, it's up and coming information. And I wish it was some zombie movie. It was just insane. I was like, wow, that's what they're planning on this turning into? It was bizarre because these zombies were not stupid, brain dead, brainless. These zombies had their intelligence. They were still very well equipped with their brains. And they knew rules. They knew guidelines. They understood these things, right? So you start looking at this stuff and you're like, hey, wait a minute. So how do you keep yourself in a state of peace, in a state of calmness, even when that kind of stuff is emerging, right? The information's emerging, and our world is changing fast, right? I'm sure you've noticed, everybody's noticed. So you get some of that information, you get all that information too. And then now that I've said that, I think I will redo that course, probably very soon, because of the necessity of it. I think it's hugely important to understand what is going on, why it's going on, what the information is, because we have a ton of it at this point about all kinds of different things, right? Including the jabs, um, political, medical, I don't even know, so much of it. I won't go into it now. That wasn't the point of this. But if you get in on this course, if you jump in on this 7 laws of the universe course with me, what we're doing is turning on those 7 laws and getting your system up and running coherent internally to those laws. Because if you understand the laws the way I'm understanding them right now, it not only aids in helping heal the system, they're in correlation with your chakras, with the energy centers of your body, and it's also it also speaks to the universe, right? It's just like I was telling somebody today, and I actually think I wrote it in the email, that if you are you're in traffic and there's laws, right? You have to pay attention to the laws. If you have an accident, there's consequences. You have to pay the piper. You have to pay the consequence, even if you didn't know the law. Even if you didn't know the law, it's known in biblically in the Torah. It's known as known and unknown. The known and unknown sins, the known and unknown consequences. It's interesting, right? This stuff is throughout ancient text and ancient history. So if you know the laws and you can pay attention to them and you can adhere, and it's not as hard as you think, it's super interesting how they all work together. If you get one right through the system, they all start working, they all start turning on, and everything starts changing. I want to bless you. Thank you for watching this, first of all. I want to bless you, second of all. I bless myself and I bless you. And I want you to know that when you jump on this course, I will give my 125% into making sure you get it. All right? If you had ever talked to any of the people I've worked with before, it's just kind of how I operate. I won't stop until you're ready to stop. So know that also. I hope to see you there. I hope this helped you understand what this course is all about. And sign up. We'll be talking to you soon.